So, can you tell me the difference between a debit card and a credit card? Now you might be saying, well, Gohar, just give me the credit card. Obviously, I don't want to spend my own money. Well, now that's the thing. You're going to have to obviously pay the bank back. They're not just giving you free money. In fact, they're going to charge you for that money through something called interest. So every single month, the bank is going to send you a credit card bill. And if you pay that bill back on time, fantastic. You don't have to pay any interest. But if you do not pay the bank back on time, they're going to charge you a whopping 15 to 25% interest. Meaning, in other words, if you spend $100 of the bank's money and you don't pay them back on time, you are now going to have to pay them $120 in return. Honestly, that's why credit card debt is one of the toughest forms of debt, because the interest is just so aggressive. And I mean, that's the biggest mistake young people make. They'll get a credit card, they'll get super excited, but then they'll overspend, they'll miss their bills, and they'll accrue a bunch of credit card debt. Okay, so now you might be thinking, I'm just gonna use my debit card to avoid this issue. Well, it's not that simple either. See, there is a benefit to using your credit card. So when you use your credit card, you're building something called your credit score. And in other words, you can think of this as your trustworthiness score. So the higher your credit score, the more trustworthy you are when it comes to borrowing money and paying your bills on time. And the lower your credit score, the less trustworthy you are. And the reason this score matters is because one day you might want to borrow money from the bank. For example, to buy a house or to buy a car. And one of the first things the bank is going to look at is your credit score to see if you're reliable. All right, so here's my advice. If you're young, you obviously want both of these. And I recommend that you use your credit card semi-regularly, but only spend as much as you know you're able to pay back. This way, you're less likely to accrue credit card debt while also building your credit score. And here's another hack. Set up autopay with your credit card so you're less likely to miss your credit card bills. Okay, so I hope that was... Wait, what's this? I think I just got an email. I just earned 500 travel points? Wow, okay, so it looks like we're going on a vacation for free. Well, how does that work though? So credit cards have another benefit called rewards. And man, the more I talk, the more I realize credit cards are so tough if you use them the wrong way, but they are so beneficial if you know how to use them the right way. So rewards are benefits that you get for using a credit card. The most popular type of reward is known as something called cash back, and it's literally there in the name. If you spend money on your credit card, you'll get a small percent of that money back in cash. But now the question is, how much cash back, right?